What's happening, guys? Hope you guys are all doing well. Today's video, I wanted to talk a little bit, since I touched on some things in the Philippines, I wanted to touch on some things about the US. This is 10 things, okay, that's been learned with gender issues in the United States. I took down this information, did some research. I thought it was interesting. The one thing was women and men in both political parties believe recent sexual harassment allegations primarily reflect widespread societal problems, I should say. Okay, I'm just going to go down. I'm going to go through each one. 2, about 1 in 5 employed women in the United States, which is about 22%, say that they've been sexually harassed at work. I don't know if you have that problem in the Philippines or wherever, but it does happen here in the United States. Let's move on to number 3. The 3 is about 4 in 10 employed women, which is 42%, say they have experienced some form of gender discrimination at work. Okay, about 6 in 10 women say that the country hasn't gone far enough when it comes to gender equal whatever. Let's move on to 4. A majority of women say that the country hasn't gone far enough when it comes to giving women equal rights with men. There's always been an issue with that, guys. It's like, women say, I can do your job just as good as you. It's always been that way here. I can remember that since I was a teenager. Let's see, number 5. Majorities of both women, which is 54%, and then men, which is 58%, say there is no difference in terms of which gender has it easier in the country. Okay, and number 6, roughly 3/4 of United States adults, which is 73%, see gender discrimination in the tech industry as at least a minor problem. Okay, and let's move on to number 7. Number 7 is most Americans say women face a lot of pressure to be an involved parent and to be physically attractive. Okay, I guess that's a problem. Most women find it difficult with, keeping up with the kids every day and then also trying to look attractive. Number 8 is a substantial share of men in the United States, 45%, say men face a lot or some pressure to join in when other men talk about women in a sexual way. Okay, let's move on to number 9. Sorry guys, I'm trying to hold the camera. Number 9 is 7 in 10 women see online harassment as a major problem. Well, come on now. Yeah, if you're going to go online, okay, these social networks, things like that, or if you're like looking for a date, you're going to have people coming across saying certain things to you. Of course, that's just comes with. Number 10, about 1 in 5 United States women under 30 say they have been sexually harassed online. So there you have 10 of gender issues that they have learned here in the United States. This was I guess some research that they had put together to try to, well, here's the thing, guys, come on. United States in general is pretty messed up. I'm going to say it. Okay, there's a lot of problems here, man. And things are getting worse. There's always going to be an issue with men versus women. You're always going to have that problem, okay? Yeah, I personally believe that women can do just as good and do the same type of work that a man can do, okay? I believe that. I've seen it. So there shouldn't even be an issue about that. The other thing, what's the other one? The sexual harassed at work. 22% of employed women said that they have experienced sexual harassment on the job. compared to 7% of employed men. Some more recent surveys by other organizations using somewhat different question wording have placed the figure higher. 35% of women said that they have personally experienced sexual harassment or abuse from someone in the workplace. Which, you know, as we all know, guys, that is something that just should not be. You should not be harassing, especially harassing anybody. It doesn't matter. It's just wrong. Let's see. The one with the most, where they're basically saying, I'm trying to hold paper and hold this and do that and do that. 77% of women claiming that they face a lot of pressure when it comes to being a parent and also physically attractive. Far fewer say men face these types of pressures, though majorities of Americans say men face a lot of pressure to support their family financially, which was 76%, and to be successful, to be successful in their job or career. That's about 68% of men saying that. You know, either way you look at it, man, you're going to have, nothing will ever be perfect, right? Nothing will ever be perfect, no matter where you live. If you're in the Philippines, you're in India, you're in whatever state you live in the United States, you're going to be facing issues. Everybody does. I face issues every day. And that's just the way things are. Although it doesn't help when you have, you know, when you have certain things that happen in your country that you have no control over, but the government has all the say. We're not going to go there now, are we? No, we're not going to go there. But all in all, I find this to be very interesting. It's nothing new, in my opinion. These sort of things, you know, I believe has been with us for centuries. Like when I did the video, my last video, which was on the Philippines, I found it rather interesting. What was it, back in the 1500s or so, where the women actually had more power than what I guess they do now in the Philippines. That has all changed. Then you have gender discrimination, okay? Women and men have different views of the size of the problem, though. Among women, 44% say such discrimination is a major problem. A view shared by 29% of men. While the tech industry has drawn attention when it comes to the way women in the field are treated at work, Americans tend not to see gender discrimination as more widespread in the tech industry than in other industries. More than half say that there is about the same amount of discrimination against women in tech as there is against women in other industries. You know, here's the deal. I know here in the United States we have laws, and that is called, in the workplace, it's called sexual harassment. And it could be anything from you making a certain comment to somebody, touching somebody on the shoulder. It doesn't matter. It could be considered as sexual harassment, and usually what happens is you could very possibly lose your job from that, or you could have you could be written up for that. You could have, you know, like 3 strikes and you're out. I actually knew of a gentleman that was doing that certain thing, that one thing. He was kind of harassing one female at work, not where I work now, but this was many years ago. And this gentleman would make comments to her, you know, like how nice she looked, how, you know, yummy she looked, and I can see your bra through your blouse and things like that. That, my friends, is sexual harassment. It should not be happening. Listen, if you're somebody that can't control yourself, you need to get help, okay? I know that men and women are attracted to one another, and that's just part of how God has made us, okay? It's supposed to be man and woman, but Who am I to judge on anything other than that, okay? But when it comes to the workplace, those sort of things are not tolerated here. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it has changed. There's things that have changed even in the military now, where you used to have, you know, people that were gay. And it's to my understanding they went through a lot at one time, dealing with harassment and all kinds of things. But if I'm not mistaken, a lot of that has changed now. So it's there to protect them. So guys, that's pretty much all I got on this one. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the last video I put out on the United States Air Force. There was actually a lot more footage. I just did not want to make it a extremely long video, okay? I didn't want to go that route, so I had to cut a lot of it out. And I put in what I thought was some of the better shots. Now, one thing that I do want to tell you is a lot of that video footage was coming from my wife. She caught all that herself, and I thought I would use her footage for that video. So my hat's off to my wife for getting such awesome footage of the air show. So guys, until the next video, it's a beautiful day. I just did my walk, and I'm going to go find something to do on this beautiful day, and I hope you guys are doing the same. You know what I'm always saying? Keep it real, love one another, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye-bye.